What's up, YouTubers? I haven't been doing any videos in a while because I've been kind of busy. Oh, by the way, Merry Christmas. But the other day I was watching one of my favorite shows and I came across a classic example of some delusional Christians. And I just thought I'd share it with you and get back to my Question for Christians series. Let me tell you what I'm talking about.
Ephesians 3:16 through 19. I pray that out of his glorious riches he may strengthen you through his spirit in your inner being.
Alright, so I'm watching my favorite show, Survivor, and that's the first thing that caught my attention is, you know, this guy starts quoting the Bible out of nowhere. But I didn't really think anything of it. I mean, I just figured maybe this guy is trying to get at this chick, you know, he knows she's one of those down south girls and all of them are all super religious and Christian and shit. So anyway, I mean, I thought it was funny that, you know, they're just sitting in a hut reading Bible scriptures, but it gets better. Okay. Now what happens is later on in the game, you can see our two Christian buddies here teamed up. Now, if you've never seen Survivor, what happens is these different teams that get together and do these physical challenges. Well, today, our newly revealed Christians are going to embark in this challenge where they've got to pull these strings and prevent these coconuts from falling down on this little raft. Now, you're going to watch and actually we're going to witness the power of prayer here with these Christians in action. Just watch.
Go on either side. Purple at 2. Yellow has 4. Chase on. Out on the course for yellow.
Brett, you're a prayer warrior, aren't you? I want to. Have your hand. Like, oh my God.
Okay, now what happens here, if you didn't catch the text, is she turns over to her Bible study partner and says, Brett, you're a prayer warrior, aren't you? I'm one too. Grab my hand. Now, for those of you who aren't Christians, if you're a Christian, you know what I'm talking about. They have something in the church called a prayer warrior. Now, churches have the choir, they've got the preacher, the deacon, but they also have a group that gets together and they're actually called prayer warriors. And what a prayer warrior does is sometimes they'll have a box sitting in the church or something like that, or you can put your prayers in envelopes and they'll tell you, put a prayer together and send it to the prayer warriors. So your mom is sick with cancer, you will write a prayer down, please help my mom, she's sick with cancer. And you'll send these prayers into the prayer warriors. Now the job of the prayer warriors is to take all the different prayers from people and pray on them. So it's not, they're like a professional prayer. They're somehow super powerful, like they have like a VIP pass with God or something, but it's their job to sit and pray for things. So if you want something done, pray because God is all powerful, I guess. But if you really want something done, go to a prayer warrior because they're like the Joe Pesci of prayer people. Check it out.
I'm trying to make some sense out of this.
So she's praying that when they go up, they're going to pull the rope and not drop coconuts. They're asking God to hold their hand and let them make the right choice. Thank you, Jesus.
See how that is a total of 7 coconuts, bringing yellow's total to 11.
See, now at this point, the prayer team is actually winning. And I can already see it coming. They're going to win this challenge and we're not going to hear the end of this. The reason why we won is because God helped us. Our prayer was answered. I can already see it coming. Good Lord.
Natalie gets through with only 1 coconut. Purple with only 3. Yellow.
I can already see it. Because this is what always happens with the Christians. You pray for something and you get it. Oh, thank the Lord. See how powerful? This was an example of how powerful the Lord is. And this is when they try to get you to start praying. Ask and you shall receive. Where there are 2 or more together and they pray, it shall be answered. And when it happens, oh man, that's just undeniable proof on the existence of a
You're
God.
up.
I already see it coming.
Brother Purple.
Ready?
Open a whole lot of coconuts here.
Oh my word.
Now,
Thank you.
unfortunately,
Oh my word.
unfortunately, it's just a simple game on an island, and as we all know, there really isn't an invisible man up in the sky guiding her hand as she pulls the rope. She just pulled the rope and a bunch of coconuts fell. Alright, now here's the last prayer warrior, and they're almost defeated,
Yes! More coconuts for Purple. Brent gets through this.
but
23 coconuts. Yellow wins reward. Russell, Jason, and Shambo going up.
okay, so now at this point, I'm thinking to myself, what happened to God? How come Jesus wasn't guiding your hand? I mean, I wonder if any one of them ever stopped to themselves and think, man, my prayer wasn't answered. Or, what happened, Jesus? Why did you let me down? The funny thing is, they never, ever say that. When it didn't go their way, they're just going to just be quiet. You're not going to hear anything else about it. Now, remember what would have happened if they would have won. We would have never heard the end of it. You would have been reminded 50 million times about how it wasn't just them that did it. It was the hand of God that did it. Now, this happens all the time. And when you try to bust their balls on it and say, look, what happened, they always give you the same answer. Well, it just wasn't meant to be. God does things in his own way. God works in mysterious ways, yada, yada, yada. Basically, it's not that my prayers weren't answered, and it's not that I was talking to myself. It's the fact that God is greater than all of us, and he does what he wants to do. So, my question to Christians is, why pray? I mean, if God knows what you want and what you need before you even know what you want and need, and regardless of what you ask and pray for, he's going to do what he wants to do, why do you even pray?